I'd like to start with looking at three different AI generators, those being Stable Diffusion, DALL-E, and Midjourney. This is just a collection of different imagery that was produced with those three different generators. I'm just scrolling to take a look at the different genres involved. Let's go back and let's take a look at Stable Diffusion. So these are just different images that are created with Stable Diffusion. Let's look at how this actual image was created. And it was created with a positive prompt as well as a negative prompt. And if you were to plug this in, you would get something looking very similar to what you see on the screen. Let's go over to DALL-E. And you can see images created with DALL-E. And let's see how this particular image was created. A very simple prompt. And let's go over to Midjourney. Let's click on this image over here. And here's the prompt with a aspect ratio of 9:16. And you can see that Midjourney is extremely detailed. So of the three AI generators that we looked at, Midjourney appears to be the strongest candidate in the field. Let's take a look at some of these prompts that are used with Midjourney. Right here. And here. These are all Midjourney imagery. And so we're looking at a lot of different genres. And as you may have suspected, these images are quite diverse. And again, extremely detailed. If we go over to Discord, which is basically houses Midjourney, here's some imagery that was created, constantly updated, and basically time stamped so that all the imagery that shows up is in chronological order. Here's a prompt that I put in down below. Baroque young girl in yellow reading library, realistic photo. So this is the image that Midjourney gave me. When I go over here to DALL-E, here's the image that came from that generation. And you can clearly see that they're quite different in detail. These are a lot of different prompts that you'll notice here that you can use. So it's basically endless. So in the sense of education, pretty evident that the ideation process can be amplified by using these AI generators. Although it would be very simple for a student to take a step further, or not take the step, I should say, and just use the generator as the final output. And you might be thinking, well, these are very low resolution images. And if we take a look over here at this image, this is roughly 1024 by 1024. So at a printing image, it would be something like 4 inches by 4 inches at 300 dots per inch. But when you jump into AI image enlargers, you can very simply drop an image here and it will double its size. And you can see before and after right here. To take it a step further, we have the Topaz Labs Gigapixel AI. And if you notice as I roll over here, the resolution gets better and better. Resolution by 600%. So this makes it very, very feasible for printing processes. So if you're looking for an analog output, this would be the route to go. Let's take a look at some of these images here. Look at the poor quality on the left, and then the high-end quality on the right. Same here, same here. So with this new technology in enhancement and upscaling, the possibilities are somewhat endless, I guess. As I jump in here to ArtStation, people, of course, are selling their work, and albeit small price, $5, lots of different images here. Pretty simple process. On the other hand, as we look at AI created images, losing US copyrights. So this is based on a graphic novel, Zarya the Dawn, and the decision by the US court that Midjourney, DALL-E, ChatGPT basically agreed that that these are non-copyrighted images, and basically protects artists from the AI industry. If we look over here, another lawsuit against Stable Diffusion in Midjourney. And this is based on they have alleged that these organizations have infringed the rights of millions of artists by training their AI tools on 5 billion images scraped from the web without the consent of the original artists. So we're now seeing litigation based on AI technology for imagery mainly. So it's beginning with the whole concept of copyright and fair use. So, in the sense of using these AI generators in the classroom, obviously we have a problem. And the problem is that students could very well say that this is their art that they made on their own without any kind of AI art tools. So it's going to be hard to define what's real and what's artificially enhanced. And I think it is a very difficult situation, and I don't necessarily have an answer for this question, but I have been using AI generators in the classroom for ideation, and I feel it's been very successful. Now, I am watching very carefully how the students use this technology, so I know exactly what's going on and what's created by the human versus what's created by the computer. And thus, this ends my presentation, and I'm sure there'll be many questions about this, and talk to you soon.